Hi boys and girls, thank you for inviting me to your home today. Today I have our week 2 themed curbside craft for you. Maybe your grown-up came home with one of these bags and that's why you're here. So this week's theme is mermaids, narwhals, and whales, oh my. So I'm going to read you a story, but first I just want to show you what's inside your bag. So you will have a lovely mermaid tail that you can color. You can use markers, crayons, or colored pencils. It comes out really nice on here. We've also included some gems for you to attach to your, just a little glue, and you can glue these right on. We have a whale's tail here with some streamers. There's your whale's tail, okay, and some streamers. And then last but not least, a little narwhal guy, and you can color him. And there's a little magnet on the back so you can attach it to your refrigerator if you're grown up. Allows. Okay, so those are your crafts, and my story that I'd like to share with you is called Not Quite Narwhal by Jessie Seema. It's a story about a little guy who's not quite sure, you'll see, what he is. Kelp was born deep in the ocean. He knew early on that he was different from the other narwhals. His tusk wasn't as long as everyone else's, and he had different tastes in food. Maybe not so crazy about that stuff. And he wasn't a very good swimmer. But his friends didn't seem to mind, so Kelp decided he wouldn't either. That is until he was swept away by a strong current. Oh no, there he goes. I wish I were a better swimmer. Kelp soon found himself at the surface, closer to land than he'd ever been before. And high up on a cliff, he spotted a mysterious, sparkling creature. It looked so familiar. It looked like him. It looked like Kelp. Look at that. Let's see. Kelp swam toward land as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that he could catch up with the creature that looked just like him. When he finally reached the shore, Kelp felt a little bit anxious. He had never left the ocean. He was nervous about walking for the first time, but the land creatures made it look so easy. And it wasn't. But eventually he got the hang of it. His friend the turtle showed him, and the frog. Everything on land was strange and beautiful, but also kind of scary. Kelp began to think he might never find the creature that looked just like him. But as he stumbled out of the forest, land narwhals! Actually, we're unicorns, and by the looks of it, so are you, says the unicorn. Kelp had never heard of unicorns before. They taught him all sorts of new things about his tusk. We call them horns, said the unicorn. Wow! And they introduced him to unicorn delicacies. A uni-cone. He's got a rainbow striped ice cream cone. And they showed him how to gallop. There was no doubt that Kelp was in fact a unicorn. He was having so much fun, he did not want to leave. But then he remembered all of his friends under the sea. Kelp missed them terribly, so he said goodbye to the unicorns and returned to the ocean. Come back soon. Kelp swam toward home as fast as he could, which wasn't very fast at all, hoping that the narwhals would still like him now that he was a unicorn. When he finally arrived, Kelp had butterflies in his stomach. He was nervous. Welcome home, Kelp. and they were excited to see him. He didn't need to be nervous. Kelp took a deep breath and told his friends the news. It turns out I'm not a narwhal. Of course you aren't. I'm a unicorn. We all knew that. They took it quite well. Kelp was happy to be home, but now that he'd experienced life on land with the unicorns, he couldn't seem to forget them. Did he want to be a land narwhal with the unicorns? Or a sea unicorn with the narwhals? Kelp couldn't decide. But then he realized that maybe just maybe he didn't have to choose. They could all be friends together, and he could be whatever it is he is. And that's the end of Not Quite Narwhal. The end. Thank you, boys and girls, for joining us for today's story, and I hope you have fun doing your crafts. Okay, now for the craft portion. So you have inside your bag, you have a mermaid tail, and I actually started coloring it, so I wanted to test that you could use at home. You could use the markers we've included for you. You could use your own markers. You can even use colored pencil, so you'll see that it comes out pretty nice on here. I was surprised that it worked so well. So a little colored pencil. Just do that real quick, but so you can see it comes out. I brought a crayon in case you want to use some crayons that you have at home also. See that? You can use, so that one's the crayon. And then, like I said, if you have your own markers, you can use those. It comes out nice. And I bet if you had some paint, if your grown-up said that was okay, you could do that too. But and there's the marker. Okay, and we've also included some gems here. So put another one of these on. And grab. They actually, I forgot. They don't need glue. They are adhesive. So just take the little sticky piece off there and stick it on. All right. So that is for your mermaid tail. You also have a narwhal. He was in our book. And you can decorate that. Just color it with, again, any of the things you have at home, markers that we've included, or pencils. And it has a magnet, so you can stick it on your fridge. And last but not least, we have our mermaid tail. Our whale tail. And these streamers you can glue on. If you didn't have any glue, you could just tape them on, whatever you'd like. Okay, so got a few streamers here. Stick those on, and you'll be on your way. I love these colors, they're so pretty. Like colors of the water. Okay, and then you have your whale's tail. All right, and we hope you have fun. Enjoy your crafts, and we'll see you soon. Bye, boys and girls. Okay, boys and girls, I hope you had fun making our crafts today and listening to our story, but I've got to get back to work. So I'm going to put my mask back on. Yes, it's mermaids. Okay, enjoy. Hope to see you soon. Bye.